Hi, I'm Devin here.
Nope, 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 nope. Hi, I'm Devin Hill.
And this is Project PLO.
Alright guys, we have some fun hands to go through from our first session playing. Something's going to be kind of blurry for some reason, however it got exported when it was recorded. When we zoom in, it really loses quality here, which is unfortunate. So something's going to be zoomed in, going to be kind of on the blurry side. I tried enhancing it, doing everything I can to increase the quality of it. It's just going to be garbage. Here we get aces. We see it open under the gun. We 3-bet. We get cold 4-bet. Obviously, we're shipping it in. He has 3, 4, 5, 6 with a suit. We're running it twice. We scoop the first one. Almost hitting a royal. Second one, we turn a boat. And then we scoop both pots here. He was short, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Still nice to scoop for both pots pretty early on. The second hand, we're going to be looking at the bottom right, where we have King, King, Jack 2 Rainbow, I believe. No, I lied. We're going to be looking at the top right with our Ace 6, 4, 3 suited to the ace. That's going to be the big hand, I believe, in this pot. And I might be wrong. I'll watch this back to you guys. I don't think kings we really questioning here. I guess we decided to just get the kings in here. It seemed bad with these kings. We shouldn't be getting these kings in. The ace 3, 4, 6. Turn them that straight. I don't know. We turn a ton of straight draws and equity. Okay. We have too many hands going on here. So on the bottom, we do get the kings in. We hit the boat on the turn versus a flop boat. On the top, top right, we turn a bunch of straight equity, miss all of it, and decide to just continue going for it here. Pot river. And hopefully we get a fold up here. I was thinking for a long time. And we do get a fold with our ace high. Next hand here, we have ace, queen, 10, 3. Opening it from under the gun +1. We do get called by middle position here. Cut off 3-bets. Let's cut off was 3-betting a ton against us. I mean, 14% 3-bet's pretty high for the regs of these stakes. And as you can see, he's a recreational player. Anyway, he plays a lot, but he just doesn't play great. Makes a lot of mistakes here, so this would typically be, we could fold here in a lot of spots, I think, but with two fish that like to play a lot of hands, we're gonna go ahead and make some lighter calls with our 3-bet hands, or with our hands when we get 3-bet. Here we flop top and bottom pair with a gutter, backdoor diamonds. There's not a lot to do here. We are 4 ways, so I mean, at this point I think we just want to get it in. Get it in against his aces, his kings, his worst one-pair hands. Sometimes he'll have queen jack or a set. We block pocket queens, block pocket 3s. So he's gonna have a lot of draws against us here. So we do decide just to stack off here and get it in. This particular spot, we're gonna have a lot of equity even against his mate hands. He does call. He has ace queen 7, 5. We turn the straight. and boat up on the river on the first one. Second run out, we hold true, and we scoop that pot. Looks like it's about 240 big blinds. All right, next hand, ace, king, 4-2. Single suited to the ace, and we are in the big blind. This guy was opening at 2.5 big blinds all day, which is really awkward. But it did allow us to put proper pot odds to overcall him spots like this. And we flop the boat here. We check it through. Get 0 action. Have to make a decision here on the turn. We do decide to go for 75% pot, which I think is fine. We're against 2 recreational players. Nothing really happened there. Pretty easily 1 pot. Here we get a min raise under the gun from a very fishy looking player. We're going to come over top of the ace, queen, 9-9 double suited. We get called, we flop the queen high flush. This thing is interesting. So we're trying to come up with a size here. We decided to go for a third. Don't want to scare him off. We do get called by the button as well. Or the cutoff. I'm trying to come up with a size here on what we want to do. We do get called from the under the gun player who 2x opened. Here we should size up, 75% on the turn, try to get some value out of worse hands. You can have 4-5, you can have sets. A lot of worse hands you can have here. We see a bad river, so on this river, there's really no reason to bet. Like his worst flushes, you're probably not going to call too often. And if he does have a set, he just got there and he did pocket sixes and boats up on us. Unfortunate. So we're going to try this out now and see if this looks any better here. We have ace, ace, jack 3 double suited. Standard pot open here. Ooh. My son's waking up, I'm happy. I'll take care of him after this hand. Alright, so we pot open, we get called. We don't see the best flop. Jack 10A is definitely a pretty wet flop for us, especially against a fish out of the big line. We do go for, I believe, a pot size bet here. And he does call. The 8's actually relatively good for us. Now, we're 75% turn. 8's good if he has Jack 10, he just got counterfeited, stuff like that. And he just gives it up. As you can see, I tried different zoom styles. I think what the problem is that I was recording while I was streaming. But here you can see we flop top set just to get it in spot. He's gonna have a million draws. We're gonna run twice. He does have a gut shot and a flush draw. He hits the flush draw on the first board, and on the second board he hits both. And we can't find a pair. Lose a decent sized pot there. Unfortunate. But we got a good, so that's all we can do. Let's see, what's the next hand? Alright, so the next hand here is going to be top left. 7-6-4-3. This is going to be the one we want to pay attention to here. This is going to be the best way to do it. I think this is where how the rest of the video is going to be. Just because it's the least blurry. You can't really see stack sizes that well. But everything else just gets too blurry. Here we flop a wrap here. Don't love the dimes out there. We do have backdoor hearts, but those are pretty irrelevant considering we're 4 ways and we have a 4 high flush draw. We just call the 9 big blind bet here. Try to hope to hit a good turn. Bing. Perfect turn. Ace of clubs keeps the flush draw out there. Gives us the nuts with the redraw. And we're just going to be all in at this point. Pretty decent sized pot already. He does call. Oh, over, I can't see the pot size here. Either way, good size pot, and we end up chopping. So he had redraws on us with diamonds as well. We had straight redraws, he had diamond redraws. Now down here, we want to pay attention to the bottom right where we have king, king, jack 2, flop top set. We decide to go pot here against this particular guy. This guy's been playing a lot of hands, 3-betting a lot. He does get in, he has top pair with a straight draw. We win the first run out, and the second run out, he binks the 2 on the river, chop pot. We started the session out really crazy with a lot of chop pots. And we were running like at one point like 60 or 80 big blinds below EV. Here, top left, we open trip kings. We might do this from early position, but being middle position here, it's fine. Flop the 1-outer. I don't know if we get much action here. I don't remember this hand too well. We do get a call. 9-7 gets there, and 5-7 we have a blocker. 9-7, Jack 9 still drawing. Plus his clubs out there. Queen Jack still drawing. Ace Queen is still drawing. A lot of drawing combos, so we do just size up, go for value. We do get a fold though. The next hand is now we have a disconnect. Alright, now we disconnected there for a second. They were having connection issues a little bit this day. I think they had tournaments going on and stuff too. We're looking at top right though, where we have ace, ace, 10-4. We see it open, we 3-bet. We get a cold 4-bet from the small blind and a call from the big blind. We flop the nuts. So we do check here because it's hard for them to have much. I mean, they could have an 8 for trips. And now if they have an 8, they have us beat anyway. So we're just going to go for the call. Play trappy here in position. I hope he finds something to put a bunch of money in with. Do go for the pot bet on the river for value. Excuse that. Oh my god. And he does timing fold on the river. Excuse the person dying in the background. Alright, so let's see here. What hand are we paying attention to here? I want to imagine it's the top left hand. Yeah, so this is a limp pot. Flop the nuts. I guess he could have pocket aces in theory, but he just doesn't. We check it back here. This guy doesn't bluff a lot, he doesn't overcall, he doesn't chase. He's a fish, he plays short stack, but he plays tight though. So we decide to go for some value here. After checking all the way down, we just get absolutely nothing. Pretty unfortunate. Now we're looking at the bottom left. This guy opens. Or did we open? I'm not sure. I can't see where the button's at. But we checked him, so I assume we're defending the big one here. Flop 2 pairs of straight draw. Goes check, check. Or no, he bets big call. Turn pairs of board, which is not good for us. Does go check, check. River doesn't improve anything. Doesn't change anything. We thought about going for a small blocker bet. Instead, we decided to check. I think we probably check folding here a lot. I really see no reason to be investing much in here. If we had a better kicker, we can maybe make a hero call here. Do make a fold though. What's a good fold? Let's see. I'm watching this in real time, you guys. Like 48 hours afterwards. Alright, so if we go for the call, King Jack 10-7 double suited. Definitely a hand we could consider 3-betting, but this guy doesn't like to fold a lot to 3-bets. And he's playing too wide of a range anyway. And I'd say we flop pretty good. Overcards, king high flush draw, gut shot. Now we turn the jack, we're double gutted. with the king high flush draw. We do check it around for the action here. We see a bet from the opener, or from, what is that? One of the blinds, I think. We call, we brick river. This is where it gets weird. PLO 25 is awkward. We check, everybody else checks and gives up. And we take down a 40 big blind pot. Okay. So now I pay attention to the bottom left here. We weren't initially, bottom left was initially pretty much a give up until that turn card comes off. So we're gonna go third pot here, try to get value from hands that can still be drawing, and kind of block our bet a little bit. I think there's some two pairs out there that I can still call one bet. Worse sets, of course, can call a bet. And we do get one call, and the button decides to do something. Think for a long time to fold, and the river we built up, which is beautiful. We do go pot here on the river, and then we face some good news here, as we have top boat, and our opponent decides he wants to ship it in against us. And so we, of course, call it off, and he has ace, king, 7, deuce. He had 2 pair river to worst boat against us. Let's see, what hand are we looking at here? 3 potential hands we could look at, I'm not sure. Alright, bottom right's definitely not going to be it, unless we run some crazy bluff there. We're taking out the ace, king, king 3 on the bottom left. So it seems a king, queen, queen, jack here. Nope. What hand are we supposed to be paying attention to here? Top right here? I don't know. We folded. Alright, top right here. Ace, king, jack, 4 double suited. Scene open, we come over top of the 3-bet. It's just some thinking PLO 25 players, I tell you. We flop a lot of door stuff. So we're just going to keep applying pressure here. Noticing the slowdown. We go 75% here. Snap call. Don't like the snap call. Snap call's bad for us. I think we check give up here. And I think he had a hand like 7-9 or something like that. On the left, we flop top pair, queen high flush draw. Bottom right, we flop the nut straight on a 3 flush board. Yeah, so he has 7-9. He wasn't going to fold. And down there on the bottom right is interesting, because what does he really have here? We decided to go for a check, and he just checks back ace jack, doesn't try to bluff it. Probably could have got more value out of him if we would have tried. We didn't, and that'll be it for this one. We will upload a couple days, and hopefully we can get better quality next time. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and we're pushing that 300 sub mark.